Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I got some interesting stuff. Y'all know, like, I don't usually even go live during the week, but I just felt like, hey, I just had to go live to let you guys see what what came up. Yo, I was like, yo, I just gotta share this. Like, this is crazy. And so y'all gotta check this out and then let me know what y'all think. Oh my god, this is amazing. Wow, y'all know this has got to be something like really really crazy for me to come up come in the middle of the week with some stuff like this. Like this right here. Oh my god, like this shocked me so bad. I was like, I can't even hold this until the Sabbath. All right. So again, if you're new to this channel, welcome back. If you're if you're family, then let me know something in the comment box. If you're new to this channel, I want to welcome you. Excuse me, I want to welcome you. Want to welcome you to this channel. Ask you to like, share, subscribe, and you know the drill. You know how we do it. But if I haven't seen you in a while, hey, I said welcome back, family. You know how we are. We family on this channel right here. And so I just got to get into this. Like, yo, this is amazing, amazing. Like, it had to be something for me to like drop this in the middle of the week like that. Oh my God. Listen here, I'm like, what in the world? Oh my God. I was like, I don't even know if I should share this. But I was like, you know what? If I don't share it and and the people that really like follow this channel, they're gonna be like, how did you know? I was like, they would be like, how in the world would you have some information like that and you not share it? All right, so listen, let's get into this video. Yo, y'all got to trip with this. Listen, this document came out. Look at the date on this document, yo. This document, let me make it bigger so y'all can see it. Oh my God. This is filed October the 3rd, 2016. This is 2016. This is 2020. So I'm trying to figure out, like, have y'all noticed this person is called Jane Doe? All right. That's a pseudonym. So this really isn't the real name of this person. But nevertheless, I went and did some digging to find out that this is a real live person. Like, it's a real live person. They just changed the name to protect her identity. But look at who the defendants are. Look at this. Donald J. Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. Did y'all see that? Oh my God. This is crazy. Look at what the complaint is in 2016. So here's my question. How in the world could you even have like been accused of something like this and then still become the president of the United States of America? He was accused of a complaint of sexual, oh my God, of rape, sexual misconduct, criminal sexual acts, sexual abuse, forcibly touching, assault, battery, and intentional and reckless infliction of emotional distress, reduce, false imprisonment, and defamation. Yo, how in the world? Listen here, it says this Jane Doe, she brings this action against Donald J. Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. And it alleges, yo, this was in New York while they were citizens in New York. And it tells you that the plaintiff is a citizen of the state of California. Wow. But the defendants are, they are citizens of of New York. Yo, this is crazy. And it says that they were seeking damages, of excess of $75,000 of interest and costs. Listen, this thing goes on to tell us, like, how this stuff happened. Here it is. At number 7, it says the plaintiff was subject of these acts, and it says that the defendant took place. The defendants took place at several parties. Watch this, during the summers of '94. This is what this Jane Doe person is saying. Says that the parties were held by defendant Epstein at a New York residence that is being used by a defendant. Epstein even lists his address. It said during this period, watch this, the plaintiff was a minor of 13 years old and was legally incapable under the New York law of consenting to sexual intercourse and other sexual contents detailed therein in this document. This is crazy. Like, how do you even have like some charges even in your background like this, whether it was brought to court or whatever, and you still run for president? This is crazy. Oh my God. So now we can kind of understand why he didn't make a big deal about Kavanaugh when he was running for the Supreme Court, because one couldn't have said anything about the other one, because then all this stuff, would have came up. I just wonder, like, why nobody brought this up, like even doing all of the debates and things like that. I'm just trying to figure out, like, why, nobody from the Biden team picked this up and, really, brought this stuff out. This is amazing. When you go on down, to reading this stuff, it says that this Jane Doe was a childhood classmate of the defendant who in 1994-95 school year was told by the plaintiff that the plaintiff was subject to sexual contact by the defendants again and the parties. It says the court have discretion to allow these proceedings to go forward and all this stuff. So they going back and forth. But I read down through here that it says that this girl's family was threatened if she, decided to say something. And it says on information and belief, by this time in 1994, the defendant Trump had known defendant Jeffrey Epstein for 7 years in New York from October the 28th, 2002. And it says, this is what Trump says, I've known Jeffrey for 15 years. A terrific guy. Wow. Trump booms from a microphone. He's a lot of fun to be with. What? That's crazy. It is even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do. This is what Trump is saying about Epstein. It says it is even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side. What? No doubt about it. Jeffrey enjoys his social life. This is what the president is saying about Jeffrey Epstein. Wow. And known, it says, knew that the plaintiff was then just 13 years old. Yo, y'all know I'm tripping right now. And it says, number 10, the defendant Trump initiated sexual contact with the plaintiff for 4 different parties. Wow. This crazy. On the 4th and final sexual encounter with defendant Trump tied the plaintiff to the bed. Wow. And exposed himself to this plaintiff who's 13 years old, and then proceeded to forcibly rape this plaintiff. During the course of this savage sexual act, the plaintiff loudly pleaded with the defendant Trump to stop, but with no effect. So it says that the defendant Trump responded to the plaintiff's plea by violently striking the plaintiff, who again is 13 years old, in the face with his open hand and screaming that he would do whatever he wanted. And then they said there's an exhibit A and exhibit B that goes toward that. So evidently they had some evidence, some pictures or something that they were using for exhibits. This is crazy. And number 11 says, immediately following the rape, the defendant Trump threatened the plaintiff that it says number 11, it says immediately after this rape, defendant Trump threatened the plaintiff that were she ever to reveal any details of this sexual and physical abuse of her by defendant Trump, that the plaintiff and her family would be physically harmed, if not killed. What? Y'all know I am like tripping right now. I'm not tripping because somebody accused him of doing it. I'm tripping because a document like that is out here dated from 2016. And for whatever reason, it wasn't brought up. And so when he ran for president, how did this just like not come to the headlines? Like, and then when he was running against Biden, like, how did something like that not even come up in the debate? Like, not even a reporter, CNN, MSNBC News, nobody even brought this up. Wow, this is amazing. And 12 says the defendant Epstein had sexual contact with the plaintiff at 2 of these parties. The second sexual encounter with defendant Epstein took place after the plaintiff had been raped by the defendant Trump. This crazy. Y'all need to share this page right here with somebody. This video is crazy. It says the defendant Epstein forced himself upon the plaintiff and proceeded to rape her anally and vaginally, despite her loud pleas to stop. Defendant Epstein then admitted to strike the plaintiff about the head with his closed fist while he angrily screamed at the plaintiff that he, defendant Epstein, rather than defendant Trump, should have been the one who took the plaintiff's virginity before the plaintiff finally managed to break away from the defendant Epstein. Yo, this is sickening. That's what this is. This is sickening. This is sickening. So Jeffrey Epstein is mad that Donald Trump allegedly took this 13-year-old's virginity. You know what? Lord, let me just calm myself down so I can just finish reading the rest of this for y'all. Because y'all already know, as a sexual victim advocate, this right here just like, woo-wee, boy, I tell you. Number 13, it says the threats of violence against the plaintiff and her family continued, this time from the defendant Epstein, who again reiterated that plaintiff was not to reveal any of these details of the sexual and physical abuse of her, or else specifically the plaintiff and her family would be seriously physically harmed or killed. Crazy. Number 14. Y'all tell me what you think. Drop me something down in the comment. Y'all let me know what y'all think. But I think this is just like horrible that we have a president of the United States of America having some stuff. I know, like, having some stuff like this going on. Yo, this is some crazy stuff. Yo, this is crazy. And what does it say, number 14? It says, while still under threats of physical harm, by coming forward and having no reason to believe that the threats have now been lifted or would be lifted, the plaintiff, who has suffered stress, emotional distress, mental pain, and suffering, among other problems, ever since the assaults, was subject to daily painful reminders of the horrific acts of the perpetrator, defendant Trump, via mass media coverage of him starting on or about June 16, 2015. Wow. Over a short period became continuous and unavoidable. Wow. Wow. This is crazy. What? Whew. This is crazy, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all. That's why I say yes. One of the viewers said, yeah, money talk. This is some crazy stuff. But money ought not be able to even buy you out of no stuff like this. This is crazy. Number 16 said, as a result of a prominent result of sexual assaults and rapes perpetrated by the defendants upon her, the plaintiff has suffered physical pain and suffering. You know, this kind of stuff is what keeps people from coming forward, because when you got to deal with coming against somebody that has money versus somebody who doesn't have money, it is absolutely just horrific, the mental torture that these people play, as victims play that stuff over and over and over and over again in their mind. And so I applaud, those that stood behind, this girl and believed her story. You see what I'm saying? Because, this is terrible. I'm still trying to figure out how in the world did a president of the United States, or a president of any country for this matter, become president with some stuff like this going on. And you mean to tell me somebody else knew it? Which is why I'm a firm believer. A lot of people won't bring it up and won't touch it, because it's a lot of people's hand in this stuff. This stuff right here, this is the kind of stuff that human trafficking is linked to. All right. So it goes on to say, number 20, it says the conduct of the defendants demonstrates willful, reckless, and intentional conduct that raises a conscious indifference to consciousness. At the appropriate time of this litigation, the plaintiff shall amend her complaint to avert a claim of punitive damages against defendants in order to punish the defendants for their actions and to deter the defendants from repeating their conduct. So here it is. This was a situation that let me see. Let me go on down here. Let's see. More particularly, this is the attorneys right here. Okay. So it says more particularly, the plaintiff was unrelentingly threatened by each defendant that if she were ever told and to reveal any of the details of this sexual or physical act again caused by her defendants, the plaintiff and her family would be physically harmed or killed. The duress has not terminated and the fear has not subsided. This is what she's saying. Things that she, still, concurrently deal with. And number 23, it says both defendants let plaintiff know that each of them was very wealthy and powerful men, and indicated that they had the power, the ability, and the means to even carry out their threats. So yeah, this does make it hard for people to come forward. All right. So it says, indeed, defendant Trump stated that plaintiffs shouldn't ever say anything if she didn't want to disappear like Maria, a 12-year-old female that was forced to be involved in the third incident, with the defendant Trump and the plaintiff had not been seen since that third incident, and that he was capable of having her whole family killed. Lord have mercy. Somebody better say something to me up in here. This is some terrible stuff. Number 24. The duress had prevented the plaintiff from starting litigations before this year. I guess so. However, as soon as it surfaced, she started receiving threats. Wow. More specifically, shortly after her first complaint was filed in California on April the 26th, 2016, she started receiving threatening phone calls on her cell phone. Wow. The defendants are equivalently unstopped from arguing that any statute of limitation has not been told, as defendants wrongfully forced the plaintiff to refrain from timely commencing his actions by threats, duress, and other misconduct. That's some crazy stuff. This is a mess. How in the world? Wow. I'm trying to go on down here. Defamation. Oh, Donald Trump was mad because the media was had picked up this story and was coming coming against him on this stuff. That's crazy. Wow. This is some child. What in the world? The plaintiff said because of this, she has lost her reputation, suffered retribution, shame, mortification, and injury to her feelings. I'm sure, all to her damage in an amount to be established by proof of a trial. Wow. The above described publications were not privy because they were published by Donald Trump and his agent with malice, hatred, and an ill will toward the plaintiff that desired to injure her. Wow. This is something. Y'all got to tell me what y'all thinking down here, because I'm just like, I just need somebody else to be like, what? Like, I'm just trying to figure out, like, how do you even, like, I mean, I know people can come out of the woodwork, at some things, and it kind of make people feel like, I don't know. But see, here's my question to this is, why wasn't it brought up? Why wasn't it brought up at all? That's my only concern, is that it just wasn't brought up, at all for anybody to, I know that's right. It sure is. Like, this is amazing. Wow. Somebody said we've elected a monster. Wow. Somebody said this whole country is crumbling right in front of us. All right. I know that's right. This is just a mess. It says the judgment. Oh, so this actually went to the court. It says the judgment be entered against the defendants for special damages, compensation of damages, and punitive damages in the amount which is shown to be reasonable and just by evidence of $75,000. So of interest and of cost. So in other words, somebody settled this out of court. So somebody really didn't even try to somebody tried to pay this off so that it would not even go to court. Here it is. Jury demand. The plaintiff demands a trial by jury of all issues properly triable by jury in this action. This was 2016. So does anybody remember if Trump went to trial, or is this, this was her protective order that she was seeking? Okay, wow. So I'm wondering, wow, she was saying she was traveling to New York on the bus to start a modeling career. Wow. And I went to several modeling agencies, but was told I needed to put together a modeling portfolio. Wow. Before I would be considered. I then went to the Port Authority of New York City to make my way home. There I met with a woman who's probably that other lady that just, used to work with Epstein. I forgot what that lady, Elaine, I think that's what her name. But anyway, it says, there I was met with a woman who introduced herself as Tiffany. Wow. She told me about these parties and said that I could join her and I would be introduced to people who would get me into the modeling profession. Wow. Tiffany also told me that I would get paid for attending. What? These parties were held in New York residence that was being used again by the defendant Jeffrey Epstein. Each one of these parties had other minor females. Wow. And a number of guests of Mr. Epstein, including defendant Donald Trump. At 4 of these parties I attended. I understood that both Donald Trump and Epstein knew that I was 13 years old. What? Daggone. Defendant Trump had sexual contact with me at 4 different parties in the summer of 94. That is crazy. So it pretty much says the same thing. Wow. Wow, this is saying the same thing that, oh my God, that she was saying. So I guess these must be the exhibits. So this must be her testimony. These people making this stuff, they making these statements under oath. What? This is some stuff right here. Lord, and look at here. This is signed by her. This is her pseudo name. Y'all see, this is dated in 2016. This is some sick stuff, y'all. I'm just trying to figure out how in the world this has not been talked about at no debates. This is some crazy stuff. Here's another one, says, I was hired by and paid directly by Epstein from the years of 1991 to 2000 to attract, adolescent women to attend these parties, most of which had been held at the Mixer, I don't know who that is, mansion located at 9 East 71st Street in New York City. Wow. In June 94, while performing my duties as a recruiter of adolescent women to attend Mr. Epstein's party, I met with a 13-year-old adolescent, the plaintiff in this matter at the port. That's pretty much saying the same thing. Saying the same thing again. Wow. So I'm, what? Yo, this is crazy. Is y'all reading number 9? Because I don't even really want to read this. It says, I personally witnessed, wow, the one occasion where Mr. Trump forced the plaintiff and a 12-year-old female named Maria to perform oral sex on Mr. Trump. What? And witnessed him physically abuse both of these minors when he finished the act. Child, no wonder Jeffrey Epstein, they said committed suicide in that jail. Cause child, y'all know he had already, been found guilty one time of some sexual act stuff. So after something like this was out there on him, he pretty much knew he won't ever gonna get out of jail again. This is some sick stuff right here. This is some sick people running our country, yo, holding billions of dollars in this country, yo, and they as pedophiles. This is sick. Oh my God. And here's another one right here. Her name is Tiffany Doe. Wow, another pseudo name. What? Lord have mercy. And here's another one, Joan. Great. God Almighty, this is July 23rd. Child, listen, y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comment box. I'm like, what? I was just like, this is crazy. This is not even a conspiracy. Like, this is a legal document that was in the court. Like, oh my God. This is crazy. So all these people that saying, oh, this white ring, this right wing conspiracy stuff. This ain't even no conspiracy stuff. Let me show you. I guess y'all heard today that New York has decided to shut down all their schools at the date of, me taping this. And they decided to go back online. But let me show y'all something. This other thing came up. Yo, I don't even know if y'all heard about this. Listen, this came out November the 7th, 2020. Watch this. Look at here. It says, watch this. The state bar passes a mandatory COVID-19 vaccine recommendation. Watch this. The resolution does contain conditions limiting the scope. Watch this. These include that the state government, watch this, the state government should only consider making vaccinations mandatory if voluntary COVID-19 vaccinations fail short of producing needed levels of population immunity. Did y'all know what that means? That means unless they get enough people to voluntarily take these vaccines, they're going to make it mandatory. Wow. So it says, that an assessment of the health alert and various communities be made so that perhaps the mandate can be targeted, that the mandate only be considered after there is expert consensus that the vaccine safety is efficient. I found another article. I'm trying to find out where I had that article at. And it says, oh, here it is. Oh, this ain't the one I'm looking for. But it's another one out there that says that the schools now have a right to vaccinate your children, whether you agree with it or not. And this one goes on to say that the New York State Bar Association on Saturday, what day was this? November the 7th. Okay, so while we was concentrating on the election, some other stuff was being pushed around that we didn't even see. So it said they were flying under the radar. This was crazy. It says that the New York State Bar Association on Saturday passed a resolution urging the state to consider making it mandatory for all New Yorkers to undergo the COVID-19 vaccination when a vaccine becomes available. Watch this. Even if people object to it for religious, philosophical, or personal reasons. Hello? Yo, somebody better say something to me right here. They are considering making this vaccine mandatory. You can't even object for religious reasons, philosophical reasons, or personal reasons. This looked like we headed toward one world order stuff to me. This is some amazing stuff. Because look at this other document. Where's that other document there? Okay, here's this other one. All right. Page 11. Let me see. This is other document. And it is talking about if we ever came under how to prevent a crisis in the event that the election goes to goes to the wrong side, and we have mass pandemonium. Here it is: recommendations to avoid a crisis. Let me ask y'all something. It says the recommendations below is a preliminary and tip of actively seeking feedback on those recommendations, which have been revised as needed basis. Okay, some of these recommendations are already being contemplated and implemented. So here it is talking about the 2020 election, plan for a contested election. Hello? How would they assume that how would somebody already know that this is going to be contested if the election isn't a selection? I better leave that alone, because I'm going to show y'all some other documents in another video that actually lists that Biden was going to be the winner. Come on now. All right, let me just leave that alone. And it's so crazy. It says there will likely not be an election night this year. What? Unprecedented number of voters are expected to use mail-in ballots, which we know that they did. But it says everyone interested in protecting the legitimacy of the election process. They go on to do that. It says if there's a crisis event will unfold quickly, sleep-deprived leaders will be asked to make consequential decisions quickly. Wow. This is some amazing stuff. My question is, how did they know that we were going to have all of this upheaval at our elections? It was almost like it was pre-planned or staged. It's crazy. I'm trying to find that sentence in here that says that the government and the officials and the government and the police and all these people will be mobilized. Wow. Let's look at what it says. Now watch this. Doing several of these exercises, Team Biden attempted to enter into negotiations with the Team Trump about pardon and graceful transition, but these overtures were consistently rejected. Wow. This is amazing. I'm trying to find out where's that piece at. Y'all bear with me for a minute. Because I want to show y'all. They already had it like that the military would be mobilized, and it was almost like it would already be like it would already be like a mess. Like, this is amazing. This stuff is crazy. Talking about, the different states and how much percentage one would win. I mean, this stuff was like, Y'all tell me in the comment box what y'all think. Boy, I tell you, I just don't know if we don't get a handle on who we is allowing to be, running over, ruling over our countries and stuff. That stuff is crazy. I'm trying to find out where that thing at. Oh, they running out scenarios and stuff right here. Oh, the Matrix game. Ooh, the Matrix game. Wonder where we've heard that word at before. Wow. Y'all know I hate to go all the way back up to the top. But I'm telling y'all, this document goes on to say, that they would have to bring in the military and the military would have to police the streets and all that kind of stuff. And I don't know if y'all seen these videos out there of them pulling folks out of their houses in Japan, and they already, got all of these tankers and stuff going up in these schools, and it was one video out there. I think I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna link it to this video. And the man is actually going to this big tanker, and he's asking them, why is this big tanker at the schools? Are they vaccinating the schools, the kids in the school? Because Donald Trump actually passed a bill that your children can be vaccinated with or without these kids, with or without the parents' permission. This is really, really scary, because your children don't even have to ask you during the time of the election whether they want to be vaccinated or not, which is why now it makes sense that, hey, we got COVID-19, but y'all keep the schools open. Why would you keep the schools open? Because the children in the school are very vulnerable. And so, oh, your child seems sick. Oh, your child need to be vaccinated. And they passed a law or passed a bill that literally gives the schools permission to vaccinate your children, whether you there or not. Whether you even agree to it or not. But anyway, listen, I just had to jump on and show y'all this. And y'all tell me what y'all think. Like, I'm always searching for new information. Somebody always sending me something. I thank God that they always sending me stuff so I can keep everybody informed as to like what's going on. Y'all stay prayed up. I'm telling y'all out here, because it's getting crazier by the moment. I mean, literally, it's getting crazier and crazier and crazier by the moment. All right? So I'll sign off now, and if I find something else, I'm going to jump back on, because, listen, I got my stuff up, and there's so much stuff running out here now, child. I might have to be putting a video out here almost every day. So y'all stay tuned. If you have not liked, shared, and subscribed, make sure that you subscribe to this channel, because I'm getting ready to start uploading more and more and more content, because it is so much stuff that's coming out that I think the people need to be aware of. We got to just stop concentrating on church and keeping our mind on the Lord, but we got to watch as well as pray. All this other stuff going on out here, because somebody sent me this video today about the trail of the sunbird. I think I'm gonna put that down here, and I'm gonna link that in here too. Y'all need to check that trailer out. That movie that's coming out in 2021, and it's talking about COVID 2023 and about this thing this virus that keeps mutating. Well, you got CNN, doctors and nurses and stuff that has said that this virus has mutated itself several different times. I got a question. Being that, they trying to inoculate a lot of people, vaccinating a lot of people, could that actually make this virus mutate even further and even faster? Oh my goodness gracious. Wow. I just, oh my God, I'm just, woo. Listen, y'all just make sure, See if I can find that thing. Hold on. Hold on. I want to type it in so y'all can see it. Let's see. Your children can be vaccinated without. Whoop, y'all know I can't spell, right? Let me see if I can find that article. There it is. That's one of them right there. Look at that. This was July 24th, 2019, where it says 9 states in the U.S. allow minors to receive vaccinations without their parents' permission, including a report from the Pew Charitable Trust. Here's a breakdown. Watch this. In California, this is some crazy stuff. And of course, they got a new one that just came out that's even talking about COVID-19. Look at this stuff. A child 12 years old and up can receive vaccinations related to sexual transmitted disease without parental oversight. What? Y'all better say something to me right here. In Delaware, children 12 and up can be vaccinated against STDs without their parental consent. Minnesota, they can be vaccinated at any age for the hepatitis B without their parents' permission. Who gives schools, nurses, a government? Who gives other people the right to vaccinate your children without you even having the permission to do that? What? Like, we just done gone too far. Like, we done just gone too far. In New York, any child can be vaccinated for STD without their parents' oversight. I'm not saying that it doesn't need to be done. What I'm saying is, what happened to the conversation between the children and the parents? You know, I understand some parents are not good examples, but still, how can you tell somebody, you know, well, I don't need to get my parents' permission to do this? Wow. I can better keep my opinion to myself. In Alaska, a child of any age can consent to all health care services except abortion. What? Idaho, any child of any age can consent to all health care services. Alabama, children 14 years of older can consent to all health care services. Oregon, anybody 15 and up. South Carolina. This is amazing to me. Wow. This is some crazy stuff. Where's that one at for COVID-19? Anybody got any questions out there? Woo-wee. Let me see if this is the one. Let's see if this one's it. Is this it? Y'all bear with my computer. Where is it? The World Health Organization says sending your child to school is consent for a vaccine lack content. This is some crazy. So listen, y'all just okay, so now they're saying, that it was taken out of context. No, it won't taken out of context. The original article that I've read, and I'm going to find it. The original article said that the schools could vaccinate your children without your permission. We just read a whole lot of other places can have children vaccinated without the parents' permission. So what make us think that, the COVID-19 vaccine doesn't apply to that? No, they don't need to go back and restate the article that was taken out of context. It wasn't taken out of context. The article stated exactly what it meant. Why they trying to change it is because there is a great uprise about parents feeling like they have lost or are losing control over, what other people can do and for their children. It's almost like you don't really even have a say-so anymore about what you don't even really have a whole lot of say so over your children anymore, which is why I think your children in America can get they can divorce their parents. I think it's the age of 16. It's called what is that thing called when you can divorce your parents? Goodness, I can't think of what it is right now, but if y'all can think of what it is, that law in America where if you want to divorce your parents at the age of 16, you can. Wow. I can't think of that thing that does just escape my mind right now. Gosh, I just had that thing on the tip of my tongue too. Woo. But anyway, this is just a little bit, a tidbit of what I wanted to share with y'all today. Y'all just let me know what you think. Y'all brothers and sisters, keep your eyes open. Keep your faith up. Keep praying, be encouraged, encourage others. Tell people, listen here. We can't just be acting like we just living in a world where everything is hunky dory and everything is just whatever is whatever. No. Yeah, emancipation. That's it. Thank you so much. Yeah, emancipation. Wow, this is some stuff right here. Like, I'm gonna link this document below, and y'all need to go there and read this document for yourself. Here it is. Here it is right here. It says let me highlight it. Watch this. It says, if there is a crisis, almost every strategy to protect the democracy strategy is dependent on mass mobilization in particular on people taking peacefully to the streets in large numbers, potentially for an extended period. Large base building groups on a progressive side will need to anchor this strategy, but their success will likely depend on supporting and resourcing new and emerging racial justice leaders. Okay, so they're gonna go to the churches to try to control us. All right, many of whom are not affiliated with former institutions and coalitions. Wow, they are really like gearing up for almost like World War 15. It says consecrated on both sides of the state and federal level, partisan actors, including Trump himself, will look to deploy law enforcement, National Guard troops, and potentially active duty military under the Insurrection Act to restore order and in a manner that primarily benefits one candidate, or to participate in an effort that interrupts the process of ballot countings. This is crazy. Military and law enforcement leaders need to plan now for these possibilities to avoid unwitting pawns in the partisan battle. Lord have mercy. Child. This is some crazy. Child, it's getting crazier by the moment. Wow. Well, listen, I'm going to leave this link out there. Y'all do what y'all want to do with it. Read it, share it. Make sure you stay tuned to this channel. Oh my God, they talking about the game. Watch this. Ambiguous result. That's result 1. The second one is the clear Biden victory. Number 3, these different scenarios. Clear Trump that he won. And number 4 is scenario Biden's win. Wow. This is some amazing stuff. There's so many other documents I could get into tonight, but I'm not going to make this video long. But like I said, I got so much other stuff that I'm gonna bring out. Look at here. Look at this. It says, did y'all see this? It is predicted Joe Biden to win 278 electoral votes. Really? How many electoral votes did he win? This right here look like a game that has already been pre-staged. There ain't no way in the world we can make these kind of predictions unless, might have a crystal ball somewhere. Wow. Anyway, I'm going to get off here like I said this time. But again, y'all just stay focused, keep your eyes up, keep your ears up, and share the information with one another. And wow, this is amazing. And let's gear up for it. All right, so until my next video, I'll see y'all again soon. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, and enjoy the rest of your night. Y'all be safe, keep your head up. Like I said, in New York, they already have decided to go online, and it's a lot of people who they're not for that. All right, y'all, if you missed it at the beginning, let me show you the date on this on this. August the 3rd, 2020. The election was not until November. So how did they know how many electoral votes that Biden was gonna have? That's just my little tidbit. I'm just looking at all of this stuff, and I'm just I'm just putting it out there. But somebody said we got next. So until my next video, I'll say that we are in with that. We got next. See y'all later. Bye bye.